All right, guys, today should be a massive day for prop betting. We are getting a lot of discounts on both PrizePicks and Underdog, but Sleeper is looking like they're going to be dropping some discounts as well. So with that, guys, let's start out with one huge edge that we are currently getting on PrizePicks. So I want to call this out. Well, it really just depends. Like, this is a good opportunity for both PrizePicks or Underdog. Really doesn't matter. It's going to be Baylor for under his fantasy score on PrizePicks at 43.5. But then we're also going to see the Underdog line probably slightly a little bit too low as well. This is a perfect chance for a middling opportunity. This is off by 5.5. That should never, ever, ever happen. This is just crazy. This should not be happening. So honestly, we are getting this free square on PrizePicks. Obviously, we're going to be betting the over there, but if you wanted to pair that with Baylor for under his fantasy score on PrizePicks, you could do that, okay? But you could also do the exact same thing on Underdog, but bet his over at 38.5 for a fantasy score. I really don't mind that idea. And then you could use the same discount if you wanted to, or a different one. That's really up to you guys. I'm not sure with the college basketball ones that are there, or sorry, with the women's college basketball props that were there. Sorry. I'm choosing between, I'm probably just going to go with this one, double dip the chip here and go with this one. But I really think we have good middling opportunity there. I wanted to call that out. I want to start with that because that is a massive edge. Now we are getting another pretty good fantasy score prop as well. And I will say the board today is much more coherent, I would say, where we're not getting like too crazy of edges, fantasy score wise specifically. And I'll show you guys that in Underdog. It's like, finally, like, it was so weird. And I'll show you guys that here in a second, but we are seeing decent edge here, about a 0.75 for a prop line difference. We can see that PrizePicks is definitely the outlier compared to the average sportsbook line, compared to the projection data. That is seemingly going to be a good prop bet for us. I feel perfectly comfortable using that one. Then we're getting a few good EV bets as well, guys. We got Sharp for under 3.5 rebounds, 55, almost 56% edge there. We got another one where the projection data doesn't exactly agree, but 8 to get the lines at 8. And this is weird. It's like a 55% likelihood to get over the rebounds and assists. That is a very good prop bet that we are getting. And we got some more for tomorrow's games with Marquette. These are currently good prop bets for their unders, and we can see Underdog has already bumped those down. Another one was Sheed for under rebounds and assists. I mean, guys, we are getting a plethora of great prop bets to choose from today. So that's really going to be the issue. It's like, all right, which ones do we want to choose? And so I want to show you guys the prop line differences that we are getting as well. So again, we got this one. This is a massive prop line difference. We got a small one for points, rebounds, and assists. None of those other ones really stand out to me, but I had to call that out. And what's super interesting as well is that Underdog is the one that's lower. That, like, Underdog, as we have seen, is always the one that is like higher than PrizePicks. So the fact that Underdog has it lower is just like such a head scratcher. If it was the other way around, it would make more sense, So that's just a weird one. Then we flip it around. We are getting a decent prop line differences. See, this is what I mean, guys. Like, Underdog is just typically higher than PrizePicks, and this is what we are getting here. So here's a decent one, maybe a little bit of an edge here on PrizePicks to bet the over with that one, where we can see in comparison to really all the other lines that the PrizePicks line is probably the outlier there. But yeah, we are getting some pretty good prop bets. It's more like whichever of the good ones are still there for you guys when you're watching this video, by all means attack that. And so now jumping into Underdog, like I said, it's a much more like coherent board. It's not just a lot of random under fantasy score prop bets popping up. So you could do Ryan Kalkbrenner for under his fantasy score. Now I want to call it that the projection data really likes the over here at 39.2. So I might just be staying away from that one. No need to push that one. I'd rather stick with these prop bets where all the data points that we have coming in are telling us the exact same things. Like Max Abrams for under his fantasy score, we can see that the Underdog line is clearly the outlier there. DJ Horn's a pretty good one as well. We're going to see 25 for a fantasy score seems to be too low. Continuing on, here's another one where, using all the other data points that we have, we can see Underdog probably a little bit too high. And so it's a pretty fun day today, I think, to be betting on props right now as it sits. Now, I do want to call it, we do have some, I think we're going to get some sleeper props. Now, this is currently just for college basketball, but I want to call out some of those lines that we are getting here, guys. Really just one really good one, I would say, on the board today After that, very tight as it sits right now. Obviously, I think that'll be adjusting throughout the day. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the bets of the day for today. All right, so jumping into Underdog bet slip, just utilizing all those good prop bets that we have, and I will be using this one. Just again, massive prop line difference. That should not be happening. I kind of imagine it gets corrected, but if it doesn't, guys, that's just a massive edge. It very well could middle as well, which is kind of what the data is telling us should happen. And then we jump into prize picks here. Here are my favorite prop bets for prize picks as well. Again, using this one, massive prop line difference. That should not be happening. This is one of the best over fantasy score prop bets that we have. And we are gaining a lot of decent lines just across the board for non-fantasy score prop bets as well. So on paper, it's seemingly going to be a pretty nice day. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but that's going to be all for today's video, guys. Good luck. Appreciate it. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Join 9to5 Sports at 9to5sports.com for just $10 a month. Get access to all the cheat sheets that you just saw in this video. All right, good luck, and as always, let's keep cashing.